After 9 a.m. Tim?
Yeah, it was supposed to be here about 9:20. The people that were going to get on that train before the unfortunate accident up there in the DuPont area of Washington State have since been put on alternate equipment, a different train, and are headed south to Eugene here, and that would be a totally separate line. But joining me here now is Donald Leap, and he knows quite a bit about just the rail system up here in the Northwest, and particularly Amtrak. And you are with AORTA. Tell the folks what AORTA stands for, and then they'll get a better understanding of where you're coming from.
Sure. It's an acronym for the Association of Oregon Rail and Transit Advocates. We've been around since 1975, promoting and supporting expanded use of intercity passenger trains as well as expanded freight service and interconnecting bus service to deal with the last mile.
So you hear about the accident this morning. Tell me how your day unfolded after you heard about it, and what it means to what you advocate for.
Well, obviously it's a sad day and dealing with anything that has to do with the loss of life and the disruption of travelers' plans, and then a day that was supposed to be a celebration along the entire route between Seattle and Portland. This really puts a damper on it, to be sure. But it's, unfortunately, when you deal with human beings and mechanical things, we know that there's, things can happen, and unfortunately it had to happen on opening day for us.
Yeah, very unfortunate, and there are reports of casualties, even fatalities. And so it was supposed to be, like you said, a celebration day, and now there's mourning and there's a lot of fear. And I mean, how do you think this thing will play out and continue to unfold from your experience in the past with things like this?
Well, first of all, rail travel is one of the safest way of moving passengers on Earth, and it's vastly far safer than traveling in an automobile. So that's a statistic that is held for years and years and years. We will be looking forward to the restoration of services as soon as the track can be repaired. Plus, additionally, we're going to be looking forward to finding out the results of the investigation to find out exactly what happened. In other words, if it's a rail or train-caused issue, or if, in fact, it's some other activity. Right now, it looks like it's some other activity. The route was tested, it's new tracks, new equipment, things like this. So we just have to see the official declarations of results of any kind of investigations that continue.
Right, and at this point, you've been in touch with some people and really haven't heard anything yet in terms of what possibly could have happened.
What's been coming out so far has been some kind of a truck or motor vehicle possibly on the tracks. So.
Something mitigating.
Yeah. The idea that a passenger train, especially on new trackage, it's not curvy, it's not dangerous in this kind of weather. The passenger train just simply leaving the rails on trackage that's been inspected and tested here just within the last, frankly, probably 48 hours, is so unlikely that statistically it's got to be close to zero. So personally, I would suspect some kind of other object, and then, like I say, some of the early news that I'm hearing, early reports are showing that there was some kind of a truck involved.
Can you talk more about the celebration that this was about this morning, and and the importance of having this new line up and running for the
good news of sorts is it was going to be a celebration roughly all day, because even though this particular train arriving in Portland and the northbound is sister train going north were the early morning inaugurations of our more morning service, reduced travel times, and a new later evening train that would leave around 9 or so and get in around 11, something like this, in an appropriate city pair. This was all an expansion of the Cascade service. Cascade service has grown in ridership pretty consistently over the years since it was inaugurated, and we've enjoyed tremendous public support for this service. There's Wi-Fi on board, you can be productive, so if you need to make a business trip one way or the other, then you can be productive on the train, cell phones are working, and this type of thing. So Oregonians and Washingtonians are extremely fortunate to have this kind of service. This is, I think, the third or fourth most popular state-run route in the nation. Obviously, maybe the Northeast Corridor is considered more popular, but the Cascade service here is extremely popular, and I don't think that this will cause any loss of ridership because of that.
Okay, let's hope not. Don Leap, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. Good to talk to you again.
Well, there you have it. We're going to just simply, like everyone else, have to await the investigation results, really, to find out anything more about what happened. Right now, it's about dealing with the situation up there just south of Tacoma with all the casualties and the injuries that are going on down here in Portland. Again, it's pretty much an empty Union Station. People have been put on alternate trains that would have gotten on that train to continue heading south. Back to you.